What a lovely arrangement of the song The Paths of Love by Francis Poulenc here in the KBACH Performance Studio, performed by the Tetra String Quartet. Hi, I'm Greg Kostraba. The Tetra Quartet will perform in the Arts at Nativity concert series at the Episcopal Church of the Nativity in Scottsdale. The concert is this Saturday evening, April 5th at 7. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Megan. Megan Ruel is a violinist in the quartet. She's also at the microphone, so good to have you back in the studio. You're here for the first time back in December of 2023, playing some lovely Christmas music. Tell us what you've been up to since then.
It's been a great season. We've welcomed Rose Wodarczyk, our new violist, and we've had multiple residencies, including the Tempe Schools residency in Tempe at McClintock High School, Tempe High School, and Geneva Epps Mosley Middle School, where we spend a lot of time helping wonderful orchestra teachers teach chamber music skills in the classroom in small groups.
Now, is that a day long, a week long? How long was the residency?
We were there for over a month.
Over a month?
That's right. And we had a culmination concert, which featured all of the students together at McClintock High School.
It must be so gratifying to see how those students react to what you're teaching them and how they improve over that time.
Absolutely. Some of them have never worked together in small groups, and so they're gaining a lot of leadership and communication skills.
That is fantastic. Tell us a little bit about the performance coming up on Saturday and about the guest that you've brought in to play some of this music with you.
Well, for Tetra, it's very unique to be able to have a regular ticketed concert. Most of the work that we do is inward-facing, so to be featured on a concert series is very special. We are going to be playing a quintet featuring Diego Miranda on guitar. This is a Tedesco guitar quintet. It's a beautiful piece, which you'll hear two movements of today. We'll be playing the full work on April 5th in the concert, and each movement is very colorful and beautiful, has lots of textures, and Tedesco was just a huge fan of the guitar, and so are we, I think, which is why we're featuring Diego here with us.
Yeah, he wrote a couple of great guitar concertos, and this quintet, which is just magnificent. So exciting to have it here in the KBACH Performance Studio. The Tetra String Quartet, joined here by guitarist Diego Miranda in the first two movements of the Guitar Quintet by Mario Castelnuovo Tedesco on 89.5 KBACH. The first two movements of the Guitar Quintet by Mario Castelnuovo Tedesco. We heard guitarist Diego Miranda and the Tetra String Quartet, violinist Megan Ruel and Heidi Wright, violist Rose Woodarczyk, and cellist Jenna Dalby in the KBACH Performance Studio. The entire quintet will be on the Tetra Quartet's program at Scottsdale's Episcopal Church of the Nativity this Saturday, April 5th at 7 p.m. Rose Woodarczyk is the violist, and as you heard earlier, the newest member of the Tetra String Quartet. She's also a native of the Valley and an alumna of Tetra's Chamber Music Institute. Then she headed off out east to the Peabody Conservatory in Baltimore. Rose, tell us what being part of the Institute means to you, especially now that you've come back and you're actually a member of the group.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited to be here. I participated in one of the summer workshops from our institute, and I've always been really inspired by Tetra and their mission. And I also studied privately with Louis Privatera, who's the founding violist of Tetra. So Tetra's been in my life for a long time. And when I decided I wanted to be a professional musician, I had this idea in my head that someday I would do something just like Tetra. So this is really something that I feel like I've worked kind of my whole life towards, and I had the opportunity to audition about a year ago, and here we are. So it's really exciting for me to be back.
Yeah, the job opened up, and here you are. That's fantastic. You brought in a couple of works written and arranged by the Danish String Quartet to round out the program today. Tell us a little bit. Did you find these pieces, or how do you find pieces actually as the quartet? Do individuals come and say, hey, I heard this and it's really cool, let's try it and see what happens? Or what do you do?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we actually have a YouTube playlist that we put together at the beginning of every season, and everyone kind of brings their ideas for what they want to play. And then we take some time to listen and figure out what pieces would go well together on programs and what we're interested in. So it's always kind of a mix. I think these pieces are from the Danish String Quartet's newest album, Kiel Road. So I think we decided to play them just because we were really interested in their melodies, and we thought they were really beautiful and they worked together well as a quartet.
Yeah, and the last time you were here, I think you did a Danish String Quartet arrangement as well. So that's fantastic. Well, you weren't here, but the rest of the quartet was. We'll hear this music by the Danish String Quartet. First, Once a Shoemaker, and then Perikandine and Fair Isle Jig, performed by the Tetra String Quartet in the KBACH Performance Studio on 89.5 KBACH. Fantastic music. We heard Fair Isle Jig. That was by Rune Sorensen. Before that, Perekandine, a Danish traditional tune. And beginning that set, Rune Sorensen's Once a Shoemaker. He's part of the Danish String Quartet, and it was performed here in the KBACH Performance Studio by the Tetra String Quartet, violinists Megan Ruel and Heidi Wright, violist Rose Woodarsik, and cellist Jenna Dalby. Thanks for coming in again. So great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
The Tetra String Quartet will perform on the Arts at Nativity concert series at the Episcopal Church of the Nativity in Scottsdale this Saturday evening, April 5th at 7. Tickets are available at artsatnativity.com. Our recording engineer is Diego Miranda. I'm Greg Kostraba. You can hear this interview and performance again at our website, performance.kbach.org.